As you like.
You think the hole was already here, or they dug it
How
after they
did you
thought up
hear
the
that
name?
about the boss?
With my own ears. Dario said there's treasures in that pit.
Shh! Have you lost your wits?
Hey, fresh face. Welcome to the hole. Just got 2 rules, yeah? Keep your hands to yourself, and don't fall in. Need something? Whoa now, fresh face. Ain't bright to go waving that thing around just wherever. I know a Mataru trap when I see one, and I'm not looking to be snared. Keep that what's-it to yourself. Only a fool rests easy in the Gullet. You'll want to take that medallion over to Delver's Row, the black market. It's all tucked away in that creepy maze on the west end of the Gullet, the Narrows. Take a right the first chance you get. Then keep going forward until you see a merchant stall. Look close. There's a secret hallway behind a curtain there. That's your entrance. I'm sure I don't need to tell you this, but all the same, you'd best watch yourself in Delver's Row. The crooks there will kill you just as soon as cheat you out of everything you own. If Dario doesn't gut you first. You stick around the Gullet long enough, you might find out. The hole's been here so long as there's been a Gullet. Though it ain't always been mine. What's the neighborhood without a place to get pissed drunk and lose your pants? Well, it's a bit of a story. See, I rode a whale into port in the middle of a storm. The Juana took one look my way and knew there was no one who could run the hole but me. Of course. What you need? Sure. Berta's cooked up the best grub the Gullet has to offer. It's not actual grubs, though. Probably. You're not picky, right? Let me know if you see something that makes your stomach rumble.
Harami!
I am here, Seduzo Nui.
Do we expect any foreign merchants today?
We do not, Seduzo Nui.
Then state your business quickly. I want to avoid another surprise. Nearly done, I hope. I sold a consignment of iron and cultural coral, and will return to Rauatai with vorals, merkberries, and Andra stars. The Royal Deadfire Company would frown on business in this district, but there's no harm if they don't know. What is your business with me? The one who threatened me. I shall not soon forget him. These Juana learn too many pretty words from the Valians. You cannot trust what they say.
We had pretty words before the first ship landed on Rauatai.
Yes, but did you speak them with such deceitful intent? This fellow wanted passage on my ship, as if I were the village ferryman. I told him there was none to be had, certainly not at his price. He told me he had coin, lots of it. I did not believe him. How could a man who lives in a garbage heap have enough money for passage?
So you assumed the worst and threw him to the wolves?
No, You presumptuous Adiran. I assumed nothing until I saw the swollenette. A marked coin, a token of allegiance. The Principi carry them. I knew then that I was dealing with a pirate. I had heard they were influential in the Gullet, but I did not realize how much so. I called for the guards, and they dragged him away. That is the last I saw of him. There's nothing I can do. The passenger quarters have been reserved by a dwarf named Orin. Why do you bring this to me? I can take 3 more in the hold, and no more. Orin and his crew have reserved the berths. That is assuming you have the coin. I will already have to abandon crates of cargo to make room for these 3, plus the food and water they require. Send them to me. The sooner we leave, the better. He and his people are gold-packed knights. Orin is particular. Perhaps that is good. He just finished a contract to guard the Valian Luminous Mill. I hear animancers are also particular. He's upstairs. Just do not interrupt him if he's arranging things. And I told you there is none. The 3 I agreed to take will barely fit in the hold as it is.
Worry not. I am good with my hands. Reflexes and charms should do the job. That will do nicely.
I shall make it so.
Don't see why you'd spend all that time arranging your food if you aren't making it look like a funny face. I didn't see what Sedusa was fussing about. Nothing wrong with being tidy.
Cheers. What do you require? Indeed. The good captain has 4 adequate berths, all equally sized, all facing the same direction, and she's promised to leave promptly. A most agreeable arrangement. Out of the question. We're due in Tekoa for another contract, and the client has already paid the advance. And we have already paid Seduzo. I couldn't possibly take back the same coins I have already spent. That will not do. That will not do at all. To Queen's Berth, quickly. We must find a more suitable ship.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
What is your business with me? That is convenient for you, but never mind. If there's trouble, I'm staying out of it. The berths are paid for. You can send your friends as long as you promise not to make trouble for me. Just do it soon. I don't want any mess you've made to
You must gather your party before venturing.
You must be new. Lucky for you, we have a special rate for newcomers. A bag of coppers in exchange for your life. It seems we've made a mistake. Forgive and forget, no?
My village was not like this. Why does Queen Onikaza not send the foreigners away? What say, then?
No hug for Takehu, then?
May Amira's winds ever blow sweet for you. We will pray always for you in this life and in each to come.
You've caught the eye of someone important. If you're interested in making good pay and a good friend, head to the Narrows at the western end of the Gullet. Once you reach the alleys, go right and right again as soon as you can. Then, follow the bend to the left. The bullies guarding the door have a weakness for chewing Svev. You can follow their trail. Tell them Dario sent for you. And remember your manners.
I say Beha did right leaving the Gullet. She went and did what she needed.
I'll miss Beer and her ilk. It's too quiet without them. May they go find fortune.
The hero of the Riparu visits me at last. You must forgive the cryptic introduction, but I prefer to remain among the comforts of home.
Well, ain't you sitting fat and happy in your home while just outside people are starving? He may look like a prince, but he smells like a pirate.
Better to be a prince here than a slave out there, no? Though these are modest luxuries compared to those on offer at the palace. But had I only known there was a watcher in my midst, I would have extended the invitation sooner. I have a job, one that could use a watcher's skills. There is an artifact called the Cornet of Waves, which is currently in the possession of a Juana named Takano. I would like you to liberate it for me. Watchers see what many cannot. Takano is a man of many vanities, as your special gifts will no doubt reveal. His villa is on the eastern edge of Serpent's Crown, just downwind of the palace. The opportunist I first hired was too bold and found herself ejected from the district. With your genteel manners and unique talents, I am hoping you can avoid such complications and persuade Takano. After all, it would be best to avoid drawing the ire of our Mataru hosts. When you have the cornet, bring it to me. I will pay you well for it, and you will find my favor useful in this part of the city. It is an old Juana artifact, a musical instrument of sorts. Ages ago, it was part of a pair, but its companion, the Cornet of Depths, was lost when the old city sank. Both are said to carry the voice of Andra herself.
Look no further, silly man. I speak with Ngati's tongue.
And are you willing to sit upon my shelf for my entertainment? I do not believe in these superstitions, of course. I have told you all you need to know of the cornet. Now, I suggest you focus your sharp mind on retrieving it.
It's the smell of cardamom that drew you, no? Or perhaps the sting of fresh pepper. Or maybe you seek something with a stronger bite. Ernetzo deals in such things. His shop is further down, next to the lift. I have plenty. Though, if you're buying poison and ailment, mind you store them separate.
Looking for something to sharpen the senses, to help you leave your sorrows behind?
As you like.
Ernezzo has not seen you before. You must be new. New or very good at disguises. But you are the one the Roparos speak of. They are most fond of you, but not so discreet. Another young water mage. Come, see Ernezzo's wares. You must spend that extra coin on something.
Forgive me. Do we know each other?
Così, it seems not. The mistake is mine. But how did you hear about this place? Wait, no. Do not tell me. Sometimes it is better not to know. There is something I can get for you, yes? Tell me quietly. A moment. This is a rare treasure. One for which certain people would pay a small fortune. I must ask, how did you come by this? Ernezzo is careful, cautious, and you would blackmail him. This is not done, Aimika. Braggarts and drunkards pay little mind to the mess that spills from their lips. And yet... Let us say I believe you. What would placate a prince? Through the Undercroft. But you cannot take the lift here, or that I always surely know. Of course, there's a hidden way. Down the lift in the Gullet to the old city. There you can sneak into the Undercroft through an old temple. But you did not hear this from me. Not so loudly, but send it at once.
You need a blade or a bludgeon, or some sturdy armor. Umani has what you seek. Old Umani's stock is tested in the hands and throats of the fiercest sorts in the Gullet. Never will you find a better selection.
What is this Kith creature?
All right, I'll go first. Is it true some of your kind are covered in soft fur that feels good to pet?
What secrets does it bring? Let us see. Let us see.
no prize secrets in this one. Not like the others with the water sense. Their minds carry secrets of a damp cave, a hateful glare beneath a stagnant pool, a dead woman's regret.
Gibberish. The floating spider had best explain itself.
Kith hoard many secrets. The best ones they bury deep in their cities, behind mighty walls. But what secrets fill your mind? A watcher, the Deerwood, the wasteland of the white that wends. A death, a life, a wide sea, stirred by storms and pirates and... a wonderful secret.
I don't trust this creature at all.
We dig. There are many minds here with many secrets, many depths with even more.
A city under a city.
Another in the ruins.
It teems with young secrets, rivalries and betrayals. We seek the older secrets, buried deeper and carved on weathered stone. Your friends, the broken down creatures of this place, they know the old secrets. They know, but they do not tell me.
Yes. You have been generous with us.
There is a place below the slums, old, cold, and abandoned, where the city swallows those it wishes forgotten. But this place was once part of the city. So was its temple, a site holy to the goddess of distant, forgotten things.
Delver's Row has plenty to offer, but it's that way. What are you doing up here?
Akira, to survey the local, established...
Well, get downstairs before anyone sees you. If you have to ask. Hold a moment. I'd remember that face.
You do not have a tongue for compliments, I say.
You don't belong down here. Explain your business or turn around. I've had enough games for one day. You think I'm standing here so I can tell you about it? Come on, go. That's up to Dario.
Think you made a wrong turn, Bilger. You don't belong in the row. I know who you are. I make it my bag to keep my eyes on the new fish that end up in the gullet. You're the type of scab that bores me. Feel free to piss off.
You must gather your party before venturing.
Aloth, is there any way you can bring Islamir back? The whole point of suppressing her was to keep her out of my head. I miss her impressions. Oh, she could do this one of you, which she did over and over. Was real good, though. She could do all your twitching, your squeaky voice when you got nervous.
Welcome. It is an honor to have one touched by Andra herself under my own roof.
What say? The handsome fish deserves no recognition?
Tales of your capers precede you. I'll have you know that mine is a respectable house. For what do you come to my villa?
Is he going to do this every time?
The Cornet of Waves. It is a conch shell, but very important. To receive it is the highest honor. The Queen gave it to me as thanks for my years of service. I was her personal bodyguard when she was a child, you know. Because it is sacred to the goddess Andra. Everyone knows it is a privilege to have.
Akara Takano. Everyone knows it is a sign of favor.
I am misled if holding a shell is all it takes to earn Ngati's favor.
What a noble purpose. Generations ago, there was a similar shell. When the old city sank, Andra's faithful gathered around that cornet and prayed for deliverance. But Andra is not a goddess of mercies. Instead of lifting them from the ruin, she pulled them down with the shell and said they would rise when it did. That is the story, anyway. Macabre, no? Because it is sacred to the goddess Andra. Everyone knows it is a privilege to have.
Akara Takano.
Generations ago, but Andra, that is the story. Of course. Who am I to keep it when Andra herself sends her messenger to collect it? Take it, with my blessing.
I smell that Mataru Richling's perfume on you. You've got something I want. Give me the Cornet of Waves.
Hold on. I thought he hired some dummy that bungled everything.
I ain't failed just yet.
Not when I got you cornered. Not without the cornet of waves. Don't listen to her. She's just trying to scare us off.
Come to think of it, that does sound like Dario.
Enough, or I'll gut you lot alongside this fool.
I don't know about you, Atera, but I'll take her at her word.
Fine, but I see you again and things will go differently, I promise.
What do you require? A most agreeable topic, or so I hope. Yet you are still standing here, no? It is only a shame I did not hire you in the first place. What do you require? And now the real work begins. You must take this to the Undercroft.
Funny how they never mention the real work up front.
Ay, Miko. It is but a jaunt. It lies just below Delver's Row. It is where goods of questionable provenance originate. Take the lift from Delver's Row, not the lift in the Gullet, mind you. My associate Gwenfen will await you outside a passage in the old Juana style. Then you explore the perils and treasures of the old city for something I seek. Among the ruins is a certain mosaic. The shell you found will reveal it to you. Gwenfen can explain all when you find her. It is said the old city was once as grand as Serpent's Crown. Whatever treasure you find there is yours to keep. For now, take this. Consider it an advance. Have you the memory of a minnow? I know you've been before. Have you the memory of a minnow? Have you the memory?
You the one. Go on. Lift takes you to the Undercroft.
It's clever, I'll give him that.
Water shapers aiding the Principe, bringing in cargo with all the grace of drunk oxen. I have never seen a more undignified use of our talent. Have we all honed Ngati's talent for drudgery? We can discuss my emotional state later. This display has me sickened to my core. The prince will want to know of this, but... I am wondering if the crown needs to know the truth about Delver's Row at all. This warren brings business and trade through the Gullet. Without it, Reparo would be destitute. Akera, let us hope that the prince is as keen as his sister. If we want to save this place, we'd better leave before taking too many chances. Our presence will not be kindly met.